talk about why I continue to protective style my hair even though I thought it was the cause of major issues. Hey y'all, it's Jayla, aka JaiChanellie on the internet. Welcome back to my channel and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I finally figured it out. I finally figured out the issue that made me believe I couldn't wear protective styles anymore. Do y'all remember a couple of years ago, I uploaded this video on my channel where I was considering letting go of protective styling altogether. So why would I even consider the idea of no more protective styles? Well, the answer is simple. My scalp health sucks. It hasn't gone away. I'm still dealing with those scalp issues now, but as you may have noticed, I have not given up protective styling. For a while now, I have been dealing with really bad flaking. My scalp would get so itchy, y'all. I would just unknowingly start scratching in my head. I would scratch up so many flakes that it just looked really bad. In my last video, I was actually wearing a wash and go, and it was a day 7 wash and go. And I remember saying in the video, this doesn't happen to me when I'm wearing my natural hair out. I started noticing the issues still happened even when I was wearing my natural hair. Day 3, day 4, day 5 of me wearing a wash and go, I would start to scratch back there unknowingly. And then one day I went and I looked in my 3-way mirror. Y'all know my 3-way mirror that I got in the bathroom? This 3-way mirror right here. So I came in this mirror and I looked in the back of my head. Guess what I saw? Flakes. Not only was my hair flaky, my scalp also gets really red and inflamed. And I was like, oh, it doesn't just happen when I'm wearing protective styles. And that's when I realized protective styling was not the problem. The problem is with my scalp, and I have to get down to the bottom of it. Let's go ahead and use this style as an example. Get into the cornrows. The cornrows on my natural hair, by the way. No extensions added. The point of this is I just washed my hair 2 or 3 days ago. Today, I got a little itch. My scalp is acting up again, and the flakes have already commenced. I'm going to see if I can show you the issue. I don't know if y'all can see it, but on my neck, it's already falling down. And let's get into the real issue. And yes, girl, the real issue is seborrheic dermatitis. I mentioned this in my last video. I said, I think I have seborrheic dermatitis. And baby, I was on to something, okay? If you don't already know what seborrheic dermatitis is a very specific scalp condition in which you will experience scab-like flakes on the scalp. It can also include redness and inflammation of the scalp. You do experience some itchiness with seborrheic dermatitis. The reason I know this for sure is because I finally went to the dermatologist. I got a little story time about that lady. Do we need to get into that? Yeah, we're gonna get into it real quick. Real quick. We're gonna get back to my seborrheic dermatitis, but right now we're gonna talk about the importance of having a culturally competent dermatologist. I not only had an issue with my scalp, but I've also been dealing with issues on my skin. So I have like very light colored patches on my skin that I've been dealing with for a couple of years now. My primary care physician thought it may be fungal. So she suggested that I actually like bathe with anti-dandruff shampoo, funny enough. And I used that for a couple months. I felt like it wasn't really doing anything. So I was like, let me go ahead and follow up with the dermatologist. The doctor comes in. I had to actually change like out of my clothes and put on a dressing gown because she needed to look at my skin. The lady is like, ooh, I think we should take a picture of your skin. I'm naked. Like I'm stripped down to my panties. So do I really want to be photographed? No. However, this is my doctor and she might need to take a picture to reference later for like diagnostic purposes, for prescriptive purposes. So I'm like, go ahead, girl. The nurse is scribing on an iPad, which is pretty normal, pretty regular in this day and age. So the nurse tries to use the iPad to take a picture of my body, right? And the doctor is like, that picture didn't come out good. I'ma just use my phone. She took a picture of my bare naked body on her personal cell phone. You better have deleted that picture off your phone. It needs to go in the file, and then it needs to be deleted altogether. It better not hit the cloud. That was strike number one. There's probably no treatment for the issue that I'm dealing with my skin, but I definitely know we can do something about this head, okay? She gets to doing this around my head, and I said, excuse me, ma'am, I have videos and pictures that I can show you of the issue. Because she was like, yeah, because I don't want to have to mess up your braids. Yeah, I don't want you to have to mess up my braids either. Baby, I just did these braids. I did these braids the night before I went into the doctor's office. The issue wasn't persisting then, so she really would not have been able to see the issue that I was describing. So that's why I came prepared with videos and pictures. I had a whole album in my phone. So I showed her everything, and she's like, yeah, that's dandruff. Yep, it's dandruff. But the part that really made me just like, she's trying to figure out what form of treatment she should give me and whether she should give me a solution treatment or a foam treatment. And she's like, you know, because with like your type of hair, like I don't know whether like a solution would be better or a foam would be better. What do you mean what would be better? Like I can put solutions on my head. Like we put oils and liquid products on our head all the time when it's in braids specifically. Also, I put foams on my head all the time. I actually set my braids with the foam. And she's like, yeah, because I talked to like one of my medical assistants and she said a solution would be better. And it was really giving like, I talked to my one black friend and she said I should do this, so I'm really trying to figure out whether I should do this, which I see where she was coming from. She wanted me to know that she was being culturally aware of the fact that my hair is not her hair and her hair is not my hair. However, it almost gave like making a problem that didn't exist. I could see if I came in there with a sew-in and she like couldn't physically see my scalp, so she was unsure of like how I would apply the treatment. But what's the issue? She also asked me about like how often I was washing my hair, and I was like, and she's like, well, you're not doing it every day. Definitely not doing it every day. No. And she's like, rarely. Hold on. Slow down, Savannah. They asked me if I wanted to make my 6-week appointment, and I said no, because I'm gonna go try to find a black dermatologist because I just didn't like the vibes. And I do think the lady was doing her job. I think she's a completely competent dermatologist. I just didn't like the implication. But anyways, let's get into the actual treatment. I got my prescription right here, my prescription. She said that the way that she wanted to tackle my issue with seborrheic dermatitis was twofold. I have one anti-inflammatory component. So remember I was saying my scalp always looked red and it was inflamed. Well, when you see redness on your skin, that's often a sign of inflammation. That's basically your immune system responding to an issue or perceived issue. And I actually think I haven't gotten the anti-inflammatory yet. I have to get that from a different pharmacy. But in order to deal with the flaking and the scalp issue, I was prescribed the ketoconazole 2% shampoo. This is like the medicated shampoo. It says use daily when washing hair. We already talked about the fact that I'm not washing my hair daily. My dermatologist knows this. She also said that using this every single day would make my hair really, really dry. So we already agreed we're not using it every day, but I will use it every time I wash. It says leave on for 5 minutes before washing off. Use 1 to 2 times per week for maintenance. Use for flares. And this is actually what I heard a lot of people say they got prescribed for seborrheic dermatitis. So I'm very interested to hear if anybody else has been officially diagnosed with seborrheic dermatitis and what your actual treatment plan was. Do you have the exact same medications as me? What did you like? What didn't you like? Real quick, y'all, we were talking about treatments, but I forgot to mention something super important, and that is potential lifestyle changes that I could make. I'm not promising to make, but there are some things that I've just heard from people who also deal with seborrheic dermatitis, and they said these things really help them out. Number one, people say cut out dairy if you don't want flare-ups. Now, if you don't know this about me already, I am very lactose intolerant, so I actually do not consume dairy at all. I've been dairy-free for at least 3 years now, so that's something I don't have to worry about. Now, the other thing that people really say can contribute to seborrheic dermatitis is your sugar intake, and that is where I fail. Now, am I willing to cut some of that down to see if it really helps my seborrheic dermatitis? Yes, I am. Am I willing to cut it out altogether? No, I'm not. So I'm just trying to set realistic expectations for myself. Some other lifestyle issues or changes is that there are certain oils that really can feed that yeast that's growing on your head and causing seborrheic dermatitis, and that's causing those flare-ups. Oils like coconut oil, for example, jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, like those very fatty oils. I stopped using oils when I realized that I would apply the oils to my scalp and the very next day my flakes would be crazy. Now, that does not apply to all oils. Essential oils, for example, tea tree oil, is actually antifungal, so it's supposed to help kind of combat that fungus. And I do every now and then spray my hair with water and tea tree oil mix, and I found that that does help, y'all. Like, for a couple of days I'm able to get some relief and reprieve from the itchiness. If y'all know of any other lifestyle changes that I could possibly make, let me know in the comments below, because those are the only things that I've really heard about. Also, my scalp is itching, and I just told y'all about the way my scalp be itching randomly. Let me know if y'all want this to be a series of treating my hair, treating my scalp, just really giving y'all more updates on my scalp health, because I feel like a lot of times on the internet you see natural hair influencers and you just like, oh, I want my hair to be just like theirs. Meanwhile, they dealing with issues that they really ain't talking about on camera. So let me know if you want me to make more videos about my whole journey. Thank you for listening to me talk about my itchy, flaky scalp. I'll definitely keep y'all updated on my community page. Fun fact, you can actually make your own post on the community page, okay? It's not just me posting, controlling everything. The subscribers can also post on the community page. So I'll be very interested to see your progress with your scalp health and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video so YouTube can share with other people. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next scalp update.